What's up, y'all? I am back with my review for episode 3 of the hit show on Now That's TV called Bad Bitches Only. And episode 3 opens up with, of course, the continuance from episode 2. And if you don't remember, let me remind you. What had happened was Big Lex threw a drink on LaRue. And for some reason, their little beef, I'm like, it's giving much more than the regular I just don't like you. It's giving they used to scissor and they broke up. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't put my hand on it, but I'm like, it's something deeper to this little beef right here. And lo and behold, in the argument, I don't know if y'all caught it, but I caught it. The argument on episode 2 at the end, I caught it. Big Lex said that LaRue messed with her nigga and all. She smashed her nigga. So now I'm like, there go the real reason why Big Lex got all this energy towards LaRue. Now it comes out. Here we go. So now, like I said, episode 3 opens up with the continuance of episode 2 where Big Lex threw the drink on LaRue. But it seems like Big Lex threw the drink and then she ran like out the door. And I was really shocked because I'm like, why you ain't gonna throw the drink and try to run up? But then I'm like, you know what? That big ass table island they was sitting around, the security, that might slow Big Lex down from getting to LaRue as fast as she wanted to. She probably thought throwing the drink on LaRue was gonna shut LaRue up, but it definitely didn't. In fact, LaRue just kept on talking about, you can't put me out, bitch. You don't want me here, and you can't put me out. You ain't part owner of ish. Like, LaRue was just popping off. And I was like, go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead. Pop your junk niece. Pop your ish niece. So now Lex go sit with Sav and Nicole, and I thought she was going to give them a little backstory of the beef. I mean, I know that the beef, I heard her say that LaRue smashed her man. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard her say that in the argument. So I feel like I know what the beef is, but like I really wanted to hear some backstory. You feel me? But she didn't give no backstory. She just says that she ain't about to let LaRue make her just look like this horrible person. Again, no backstory. So we really don't know what they beefing about for real. Well, I mean, I know because I heard what she said, but you know, we wanted some backstory. Moving right along. So now a few of the girls are talking to each other. It's like Jordan, Sab, Nicole, OG Barbie, Lex, Milan Millie. And they're just talking, you know. And someone, I can't remember who, busts out with the, so who y'all think is Catfish? So I was like, well, I'm looking like, well, who y'all think? So everybody's like, oh, I don't think no one is a catfish. Everybody pretty much look the same. But then Milan Millie took it upon herself to say that she thinks that Nicole's friend, Zen God, is Catfish. So I was like, oh, Nicole, she talking about your friend. What you gonna say? But you know, Nicole kind of kept quiet. Zen God, you know, she can have her own opinion. You know what I'm saying? She don't feel like the girl look the same as Instagram. But, you know, she didn't do too much for Nicole to have to say anything. But I would have liked for her to, but I'm messy like that a little bit. But she didn't. But they really did switch the subject real quick and started talking about how Face App, you know, it makes subtle changes to girls and they don't look the same sometimes. But none of the girls agree with Milan Millie. They actually all feel like Mommy Zen Zen God is one of the few who looks the same in person as she does on Instagram. Which reminds me, I gotta go check out her Instagram to see. The next scene, all the girls is in the kitchen. You know, they talking, chit-chatting or whatever. Mommy Zen is on the couch sleeping. So in Gorgeous Doll Confessional, she's like, oh, she need to get up. Like, she just sleep all day. She been sleep since the morning. If I got to take 80,000 shots of Casamigos with these girls, so do you. I'm not sharing no $50,000 with somebody that got to sleep all day. So I'm like, y'all got to share the $50,000? Hold on. I need clarity on that. Anywho, so Maya, who I feel like is a Gorgeous Doll minion, goes up to Mommy Zen. And she's like, you need to get up. You not doing nothing. You not participating. You been sleeping all day. You need to get up. So Mommy Zen looking at her like, get up and do what? And I'm like, what y'all want her to get up and do? They like, get up, drink, come chit chat, come talk. You just sleeping. I'm like, well, maybe the lady don't want to get to know y'all. Maybe the lady pregnant. Nobody thought about that, huh? Or maybe it's something going on with the lady. Nobody thought about that either. They just talk about, you need to get up and come drink with us. She's not here for y'all. She's here for $50K. I really just wanted to know what they wanted her to do in that moment if she woke up, because they wasn't doing nothing but sitting at the table drinking. Maybe she didn't want to drink. And I think she does tell Maya that when she tried to wake her up. So then Gorgeous Doll comes up and she's like, oh, we were talking about elimination and your name came up, but you missed it because you was asleep. I was like, oh my God, the shade. So Mommy Zen like, what's up? What we doing? We ready to go? And I'm like, right, exactly. Mommy Zen don't want to interact with y'all. She's here for the 50K, not y'all. Wake her up when it's time to do some ish. Like, y'all ain't doing nothing but talking, gossiping, and drinking. She don't want no parts of it. Why is y'all begging this lady to get up? I don't understand. It's like they was so mad she didn't want to mingle. And I mean, if we got to share 50K, I ain't going to be doing too much mingling either. Part of being a bad bitch is having discernment. That means picking and choosing your battles. Picking and choosing when you want to interact, when you feel like it's going to work for you, and when you're not. And maybe, just maybe, Mommy Zen felt like interacting with y'all in that moment wasn't going to help her get that 50K. And I agree. Mommy Zen over there like, child, just wake me up when it's time for me to confront my drama. And I felt sis. Then, lo and behold, Mommy Zen explains to the girl exactly what I was thinking. She was like, I pick and choose when I want to interact. And Gorgeous Doll was like, yeah, but as a whole, it's not clicking. And then Mommy Zen said, but who are you to say what's clicking or not? And I was like, exactly. At this point, I'm like, why do y'all want this girl to drink and gossip with y'all so bad? Like, have an event, do something, and she miss it. Then y'all kick her out. But other than that, the lady don't want to be bothered with y'all. Maybe I just need to be filled in on the rules of this 50K. Like, because I don't know if they sharing it. If they're sharing it, I still can't see why they want the lady to wake up, because they wasn't doing nothing but drinking and gossiping. I don't know. So now they're on the way to the event. And in the van, Mommy Zen is like, okay, so what's the basis of the winner getting the 50K? And everybody like, not sleeping. And I'm like, okay, so what is it based off of? Gossiping and drinking? So Mommy Zen lets them know, like, look, y'all said y'all was killing time. I decided to take a nap. And again, nobody said they wanted her to do anything other than take shots and gossip with them. Then somebody yells out like, you don't need to be sleeping. We here for 50K. F sleep. So I'm like, oh yeah, they busting down this 50K. And if they are busting down the 50K, I would be like Mommy Zen. Don't wake me up until there's an event or some drama that I need to be in. Because if they not busting down a 50K and it goes to one person or it's split between two people, then everybody needs to be worried about themselves and not why another is sleeping. Because if her sleeping gets her eliminated because it cuts down to it's one girl left to get the 50K, I would let her sleep all goddamn day. So now they pull up to the event, which is like a pirate treasure hunt type vibe, and they pick the captains of the teams, which is OG Nia Lee, Lex, Nicole, and Jordan, who I feel like all are the leaders, naturally the leaders of this group of women, except Jordan. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Jordan in too much yet. And maybe that's why she was picked as a leader, because she's not in too much yet. And that's got to count for something, right? So apparently this treasure hunt event is going to propel the decision of who gets eliminated. And the losers have to sleep outside. So the captains are picking their teams. And Nia Lee, before she gives Mommy Zen a pass to be on her team, she like, you gonna wake up, right? I'm like, I know you lying. These girls is not gonna let they foot up off of Mommy Zen's neck, child. So the first game is archery tag, which is the same as dodgeball with a bow and arrow. And no, I'm not saying archery tag like I already knew what it was. I got it because when I watched the show, that's what the man said. Gorgeous Doll does her confessional to where she's complaining about Jordan picking her. Like, why would she pick me? I don't know her from a can of paint. Like, and I'm like, from the whole show, all the encounters with all the captains of the teams, it don't look like none of them know Gorgeous Doll from a can of paint. Like, all the captains that were picked, they already kind of have their little crews that they rock with. And Gorgeous Doll is not on that list from what I saw. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's like, why are you complaining about who picks you if none of them, y'all don't know each other? Then she complains about being on a team with OG Barbie and how they gonna lose. Well, it turns out that OG Barbie was one of the most competitive and most active one on their team. And their team won. And you didn't hear nothing from Gorgeous Doll except laughs and smiles and yells and screams, okay? Never judge a book by its cover, sweetheart. Of course, this day of games is not going to end without any drama. Okay, the first little piece of drama was Tori getting mad at OG Barbie because OG Barbie kept saying that their team cheated. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, when OG Barbie's team won, she's like, oh, they cheated and we still won. So Tori like, we ain't cheat. Run the cameras back. So now I'm like, oh yeah, we got to be on the lookout for some tension between OG Barbie and Tori. And then guess what? Tori confirms it in her confessional. She like, oh yeah, she think I'm something to play with? Yeah. Oh, she must not know who I am. I got something for her. I'm like, yep, we got to look out for these two because something's going to pop off. It just might. So next, it's a blindfolded game where the communicator has to guide the blindfolded player through the maze to the end of the maze without letting the player hit the rope. So like the blindfolded player basically has to really trust and listen and focus on the communicator's voice to get through the maze without touching the rope, because if you touch the rope, you lose. So I really thought this game was cool to watch them playing because it was based off of trust and like kind of building a little camaraderie. You feel me? Then Milan Millie going off in her confessionals because she frustrated that Mommy G wasn't moving fast enough or wasn't listening to her. So in the confessional, she like, oh, if we would have lost, I would have smacked that bitch. I'm like, damn, all that over a game? You might need to go seek some therapy, baby, because it's not that serious. You might need to go holler at Gorgeous Doll and get you a session in, because all that is not needed over a game. This ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? Even though Mommy G had my anxiety running high, I'm like, girl, no. Girl, go. You know what I'm saying? But all that was not needed over a game. But then I'm also like, man, when Mommy G see this, Milan Millie and Mama G gonna go at it. Overall, game day was cute. Now, Mommy Zen is talking to Nia Lee and Tori about how all the girls woke her up saying that she sleep too much. And Nia Lee was like, girl, you kept going back and forth with them. You should have put that towel right back over your head and said, I'm going back to sleep, and now what? And I'm like, exactly, because how they was so butthurt about this girl not gossiping and drinking with them was mind-blowing to me. Now Mommy Zen say she up and active and she about to start ish with everybody. She about to turn this ish up. You feel me? So now Mommy Zen talking to Naya really reminds me that Mommy Zen still ain't addressed her problem that she had with OG Nia Lee's friend Blue Jasmine. So I'm really curious as to how and when Mommy Zen gonna spice this ish up a little bit. She like, I'm up now. Y'all done woke the sleeping beast. Okay, man. Let's see. So at the end, all the girls are discussing the conversation that was had earlier about the whole catfishing situation. And they tell Zen that Milan said that she was a catfish and she don't look how she look on Instagram. So then Gorgeous Doll does her confessional and she's like, I don't agree with that. In fact, I feel like Zen looks the most like her Instagram pictures. Who don't look like their Instagram pictures is Milan Millie. And I'm not sure if I'm saying if it's Milan Millie. But when Gorgeous Doll says that, it prompts me to go look at Milan Millie's Instagram. And I can kind of say that I kind of agree with Gorgeous Doll. Not that Milan Millie is an ugly girl. I actually think her and OG Barbie are beautiful women, and I feel like they look really good naturally, like without the wigs and the makeup. But her Instagram does overly enhance her beauty. I can agree with Gorgeous Doll on that. Then Jordan says that she actually thinks that Bunny is a catfish. So they show like a slide of pictures that Bunny has posted to her Instagram. And based off of those pictures, I can actually agree with Jordan's viewpoint on this. And let me say this while I'm here. Bunny's confessionals, in her confessionals, I see that she likes to use the F word a lot. And I don't know if it's lack of vocabulary or what, but talking the way that she talked with all them curse words and just using that word a lot, that's not bad bitch material. So now Zen says she want to approach Milan about her being the only one that said that Zen was a catfish. And then I'm like, in real life, I wouldn't give a F about what nobody got to say about me. But this is not real life. This is a show where 50K is on the line. So now I really want to see how she gonna go approach this girl. Because yes, you need to check her. You need to check her. We on TV, 50K is on the line. You need to check her. If she even checks her. Y'all know how that goes. So now, because of game day, I will be on the lookout for potential Tori and OG Barbie beef, Milan and Mommy G beef, and now Milan and Zen beef, okay? This shall be interesting. And with that, until the next episode, bye, babes.